Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. Glad you joined me. Today's topic is a heady one: inherited annuities and taxes. So we're going to talk about that in a broad sense because things change rapidly in the taxation world out here. But we certainly can help you with inherited annuities. Been doing that for decades, so know what I'm talking about, and we'll talk about that after this. So, inherited annuities, kind of a loaded topic. So when you combine that with inherited annuities and taxes, that's a really loaded topic. Now, let's talk about the tax part first because I'm going to easily solve this one. Anybody that is giving tax advice that's either, and they're not a CPA or a tax lawyer or a CFP that has that certification in that area, if they're not certified to give tax advice, don't listen to anything, okay? And that's including moi, and I know it backwards and forwards. It's just not legal for me to do that. I cannot give tax advice. I can give you broad scopes of it, which I'm getting ready to do with inherited money. But remember, annuities can be held in all different account types. Non-IRA, non-qualified checking account, that's one category. Traditional IRA, qualified. And then Roth IRA. Okay, currently Roth IRA is tax-free unless the rules change. So, I mean, it's everything over there is tax-free at this point in time because you've been very, 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 very patriotic, and you've paid your upfront taxes to convert into a Roth. Hopefully you ran the math before you did that and didn't just go, well, shoot, I'm going to get tax-free income. Yeah, Chester, but you're going to pay a crap load in upfront taxes to get there with the hope and the prayer that the politicians don't change the rules. But for now, Roth IRA, you inherit the annuity, nothing's taxed, right? Great. All right, so let's go to the IRA, non-IRA section of that. And you can inherit fixed annuity. You can't inherit, well, let's go backwards. You can inherit all annuities. I was just going to say, well, immediate annuities, you can inherit that if there's what I call a backstop attached to it. In other words, let's just say Aunt Irma bought a life with a 20-year period certain and left you as the beneficiary, and she died at year 13 of the policy. So it was life in 20, you get 7 more years of payments. Okay, so you can get that. From a spouse, I'll give you an example on this. We had one the other day, multi-year guarantee annuity, CD type annuity, Ernie, making this up, Ernie, and Ernie was the owner, Ethel was the beneficiary, Ethel was the spouse. With that specific annuity, she had the ability to continue the policy. He died year 2 of a 5-year guaranteed MIGA rate. She had the choice to either take the lump sum, okay, she could do that, or she could continue the policy as the spouse. Non-spousal beneficiaries typically have a 10-year rule to liquidate the policy, and some annuities, non-qualified older annuities, have like a 5-year rule. The reason I'm being a little bit vague on this is because it really comes down to what you have, what you own, and what was owned and what you inherited. I would encourage you to go to my site at theannuityman.com, schedule a call with me, or you can email me, stan@theannuityman.com, and I'll take your situation on a case-by-case basis. If you want to get ahead of it, you can send me the annuity that you inherited, and there are some annuities that you can, in essence, stretch and create a lifetime income stream using the money as well. But every situation is so detailed, and it's just hard to break it down in a video like this. I'm glad it came up. I'm glad the topic came up for my consultants and my handlers for me to address it, because it's opportunity for me to speak with you one-on-one, not to sell you. Come on now, give me some credit, and find out what you have, and then work directly with the carrier on how old the policy is, what's in the policy, what's built in, is there a death benefit rider attached to, say, an old variable annuity, etc. We can look at all of that inform you of your choices so you can make a good decision. So inherited annuities, that's happening. I'm telling you. I mean, the baby boomers are going to leave a ton of annuities to people to inherit. And you just have to look at it from a standpoint of taxation. You know, you can always, if you're inheriting an annuity that's a deferred annuity, variable annuity, RILA, indexed annuity, MIGA, etc., that has, you know, an accumulation value, you can always take the lump sum. And depending on what account type it is, that's going to determine the taxation. But there are rules that are always changing, okay, that we keep up with, and we work in conjunction with some very good CPAs and tax lawyers out there so that we are dotting every I and crossing every T. But if you're in the situation that you have inherited an annuity, you don't know what to do, don't just fall for the local guy saying, well, yeah, let's take this and flip it into an index annuity and get an upfront bonus. Be careful. You've got to do it the right way. You've got to understand the tax law. You've got to understand all your choices, and you've got to make your decision, informed decision, on your terms and on your time frame. Hopefully you choose us for that, and you choose me personally to handle those. Right now, you know, I have a huge team at my headquarters in Las Vegas, but you know, I do these types of cases because I want to make sure they get done correctly. You know, I always tell people, hey, I've been doing this a long, long time, don't need the money anymore. Fortunately, been blessed with that. I do this to try to clean the industry up. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to you and making sure you're doing the right thing. So go to my site, theannuityman.com. You can schedule a call with me. You can email direct, stan@theannuityman.com. One last thing above my head, and this is interesting, you know, with this topic, why people still hate annuities. I doubt if they're going to hate them as much when they start inheriting them by the hundreds and hundreds of millions over the next few years. It's going to be interesting to see the public, how they respond to that. Hopefully we're involved with all of those. But that's a cool video to watch. My name is Stan, the Annuity Man. See you next time.